Thank you for coming.
Ooh, voice acting.
I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely.
Yeah, so hold an election.
Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop.
That sounds pretty
But
normal.
in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessing the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather
Sorry
limited.
about that.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
Yeah, we can do that. Just gotta go and kill, Nidhogg wearing the body of your friend. Easier said than done.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Shrine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
She's still with us. I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
If I were a dragon and someone from Ishgard told me to come say hi, I would think it a trap, no? Surely you can't be... Okay. Also, don't fucking punch me in the gut with his ale.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens.
It will not come soon, I can tell you that much.
Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
I know little of the lands these dragons call home. This Annex Shrine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I once shuddered at the thought of it, Yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? Ah, but ere we set forth, Lex and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well. I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to Tataru, Lex. So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. Well, we really shouldn't be saying it out in public, but... Diplomatic mission to annex Trine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Ishtola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything. This scholar just happens to be... Time permitting, as I said, we shall endeavour to join Ishtola. But if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Lex. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. He didn't mean to cut you off, Tataru. It's just nervous. Old me hasn't used a controller in 7 years, so... I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army. And here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past. Though it was I who first proposed recruiting Izel to our cause, I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands. Men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side, she fought in service to that greater good, even unto her dying breath. And while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. Stop fucking punching me in the gut, video game. Please, for the love of all that's holy. Oh there, Vidofnir. Someone who wants to talk with you. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Izel. But this one I do not know. It's hard to do a black woman's voice. Pray, forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Emeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more, before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, Knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire, must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Ah, fear not, Knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon, my humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. She has the diplomatic japes down pat. The more I interact with you, the more I like you. Just fucking everyone in this X-Pack is so fun. So good. Ah. Oh! That was not what I was expecting.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Look at her. She's so little. She's got little cat ears. Oh my god. Not what I was expecting.
And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown in Ilmore.
Don't. They do know each
Or
other.
those lifts in your boots?
He does wear high heels, in all fairness.
We, Miss Cryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head
Oh
held high.
god.
What was it he said again?
Oh no.
Thank you, Cryle.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Oh, I like her. Oh, she's fun. Okay.
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
Anyone who can put Alfino on the spot is good in my books. The little shit deserves to be put down more. You were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? No. You're more than welcome to go and touch it. No, they made me do it. I have heard so many stories of Master Matoya. Some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured, they're all true. This way, and have care where you tread. Hello, old Matt. Miss us? It's been like 3 days.
Oh. Is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
She got so much more sass in this X-Pack.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Then let us begin.
Now then, where is Thancred going to pop up? It's probably going to be in one of the Heavansward areas. Give them a reason to use it.
From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Somme Al.
Ah, so he's in Dravanian Fallands?
It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock.
Oh no. Oh no.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Yes. The man's popped out the same as Y'shtola. That means he's got naught on his personage. He's bending for his life in the middle of Chocobo country. Couldn't be worse. I believe in you when you say that. Searching for a friend of yours. Let's have a look then. No. I ain't seen him around here. Sorry. Kind of what I was expecting. What's that you've got there? A sketch? No, that's not Master Champ. He's French. Baguette. Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior? I heard a tale the other day about a Curian vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself, and with style. way they tell it, he was dancing with a beast like a bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like your man? That it does. A Hurrian man? We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? Sure, here you are. I did spy this blown bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? There, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. Thancred with an axe. Doesn't sound like him. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement. Seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You are implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the livestream as naked as your name day. There's a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? You keep digging yourself every grave possible, Alfino. Every grave. How curious. The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey. No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing. Good. He is a friend to the Vath as well. One with whom we have traded many times. Truly. And you are quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. The fleshling clothed in skins came to us from Som Al. Lost and weak, he offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. Gone to Lost Astnath not long ago, when he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more. Ravana is returned? Vidofni did say that the Nath had grown as before, but what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Nath claim him as a sacrifice.
Who else could be? Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
What has he gotten himself into? He's killed? You're the fella from the moon! That explains... Someone did say there was someone with an axe. What's the moon guy doing here? He was warrior of darkness is what I think he called himself. Or what Elidibus called him. He has an echo as well.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not!
Get him, friend. Yes. Death to the Ascians. Death to them. But if he's killed
The
Ascians,
warrior of light. The savior of Eorzea.
why are you working with Elidibus then? They all have the echo?
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner. What with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Aye,
Have
aye.
care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Oh, okay. Oh shit! I mean, fair enough. Don't be making those faces, dear. Hey, there's Thancred. What's he doing up there? Mate, he's playing at Batman. Oh shit, actual fight choreography. Oh, that's cool. In the past, they just used normal combat items. Ah, this is sick. Oh, don't be a little healer. That is a white mage staff, is shit. Gonna heal him.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
Warriors of darkness. Okay, buddy. Okay. Oh, a mass teleportation spell. Walkers of... yeah.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Even Kryl doesn't believe it. I like you more and more, Kryl. And you've had a glow up. What happened to you, friend?
Thancred, are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Oh, that was the Nath. I thought that was a bomb about to go off. Where have you been, friend?
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
my appetite for the dramatic. Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's-forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Tancred.
He's still a little shit, though. See,
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would miss on the live stream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hide. Given that I'm not all that skilled in woodworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
oh, Tancred. Brother man.
So it seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Yeah. Any idea who they were?
Yes, the self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I assume they're us, but from the moon. Whatever that means.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another.
Oh, don't try and kill... Don't try and kill off the boy. What's his name? Atwarel? He's here.
Honorable men, to whom
Oh.
Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
That wasn't who I was expecting to have a knife in his gut. Oh, damn it, people. One day without anything political. Fuck. No more assassinations. What happened? Will he live? The chirurgeons tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmont and Lord Atwarel not been on hand when the assassins struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though not long after, buildings all round the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. 'Tis plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Meaning Lex and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Tancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and may I say, what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. Name's Hilda. A Scion, huh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. Grizzled, I will accept, but old? I mean, in comparison to the rest of the Scions, Tancred, I think, what? If my memory serves, no one's older than 24, I think. Come, my brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Alone's blessing be upon you, Father. I confess, we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Emmerich and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, miss? Actually, we're looking for those who set the fires. So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. He seems nice enough. But he is a priest in a Final Fantasy game, so you know what that means. He's 2 steps away from being the most evil person you've ever met. Silence will avail you naught, sir. Ah, Lex. I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn you! You've got the wrong man. My, but you reek of oil. And are those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. Oh, that good. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks. He's the one what told me to keep going.
As you ordered.
I knew it was going to be that bastard.
Men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond.
That little
They'd
shit.
taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Certainly on mine.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Ah, gets the Artwarel hard at
Your
work.
assistance is most welcome, Lord Artwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
However, did the loins of that man spawn both this man and Horchefont? Spawn both Artwarel and Horchefont, and also a Manolane. You look well put together, Artwarel. Armor suits you. Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thordan VII. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Artwarel, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Alone as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. Ah, I get to fight alongside another of the Fortin boys. It shall be my honor. Don't you bloody dare. Also, do you really need a good reason to fistfight a priest? You can just go and find your local church. Just punch a priest. Who's gonna stop you? Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial, then. Lord Atwarel, Lex, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simeonard. What of your injuries, though? The church isn't making a great name for itself this day. Normally, when trying to convince people to stay the same, you want them to be convinced and not desperately afraid of you. You can't just have a named character and then not have them appear.
Where is he?
My good sir, calm yourself. Oh, maybe don't calm yourself, but also, he's going to drop that child a few thousand feet.
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, we did it. Oh, fuck. Oh, don't linger on this. Shit, shit, shit. That's awfully close to the ground. Let's not do this, 14. Oh, yes! Vidofnir with the catch. Oh. Fuck's sake, game.
Vidofnir!
Oh. In with the catch of a bloody century.
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
No, probably the most opportune you could have.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Oh, never thought I'd get adrenaline watching a watching a cutscene. A moment, Lex. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? He held his own. But given you're saying stuff, I assume something's wrong. That he did, which is especially remarkable given the injury to his eye. I can only assume that his time in the wilderness afforded him ample opportunity to compensate for his impairment. However, I speak not of his physical state, but rather his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. You did use forbidden magics, Ishtola. You're kind of the one to blame for this. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate Aether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Kryl may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last? Ah, Torel. Manalaine.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
No.
A shield, my lord?
Oh.
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
I am but a ward of House Forton. Yet you would give me a gift as a knight. With pleasure.
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house.
Oh. Well, I'm sure you'll make a fantastic head.
Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zemail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
Because that's how your city is built, Atwaral. Simply do the best you can. Serve the people well.
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horsefon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You are a sister to Horsefon. Will you be a sister to me as well?
Gladly, Atwaral.
Come, Manalaine. There's much to be done. For father and for Sir Emmerich,
And for Ishgard.
He does not look happy with this in the slightest. He's having growing pains, that's where don't mind him.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us. Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Oh. This is thy proof? The Garon oracles? Apocrypha? It is a truth long forgotten. A tale of the beginning and of the path we have been set upon. I had a feeling. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Oh, I'd recognize those shoes anywhere. That's from Alfino's old outfit. Alize. Is Alize going to become a character again? And that's Ida. And that would be Papalimo. Well, everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Ralgar, it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them. Every one.